Hi, my name is Annie, and welcome to the Walking Word, where we go through the Holy Bible in a year. Remember, to finish the Bible in a year, you must read a minimum of 5 chapters a day. We are currently reading from the book of Numbers 26, the second census. Remember, we're just coming from chapter 25, where there was the worship of Baal at Peor. We also saw the zeal of Phinehas. Phinehas is the grandson of Aaron, um, who killed one of the Israelites for having brought a Midianite woman into the camp for adultery. And now we're in chapter 26, the second census. After the slaughter, remember there were about how many people died? Can I remember? It was in the thousands that were slaughtered for having engaged in adultery. And they were being killed by the Levites, by the way. They were being killed by the Levites. So after this slaughter is when it continues. After the slaughter, after the slaughter, the Lord said to Moses and Eleazar, son of Aaron the priest, take a census by an ancestral home throughout the community of the Israelite of all those of 20 years or more who are fit for military service in Israel. So on the plains of Moab, along Jericho stretch of the Jordan, Moses and the priest Eleazar registered those of 20 years or more, as the Lord had commanded Moses. The Israelites came out of the land of Egypt were as follows. Of Reuben, firstborn of Israel, the Reubenites by clans were, through Hanok, the clans of the Hanokites, through Palu, the clan of the Paluites, through Hezron, the clan of the Hezronites, through Carmi, the clan of the Carmites. These were the clans of the Reubenites, to whom 43,730 men were registered. From Palu descended Eliab, and the descendants of Eliab were Dathan and Abiram. Can you remember Dathan and Abiram? Yeah. The same Dathan and Abiram, counselors of the community, who revolted against Moses and Aaron like Korah's band when it rebelled against the Lord. Do you remember Korah, who the earth opened and swallowed him and his whole household, his whole clan? That Korah. The earth opened its mouth and swallowed them as a warning. Korah too, and the band that died when the fire consumed 250 men. Remember the band of Korah. Korah was in a clique. So him and his clique all went. Abiram and Dathan and their family also were consumed. Let's continue. We're now in 26 verse 11. The descendants of Korah, however, did not die out. And you will see later on in scripture and in the Psalms that how God restored Korah. There are a number of psalms. There are psalms written by David. There are psalms written by Asaph. Asaph was the one who used to manage the temple worship. So David gave him that role. Then we have Korah. Korah is an ancestry from this very Korah. We'll see him later on in the times of David. His descendants in the time of David, and they too moved into worship. And they've written many beautiful psalms that we use today. Okay. So God doesn't finish you fully, and your gifts don't go with you. I wish, like, you just pray, not wish. We pray, if only Korah knew, what he carried in him. A writer of psalms, a writer of worship for the Lord, yet he was fighting and disdaining a man called by God. If he only knew he carried that gift for his descendants. Wow. Okay, anyway, We are in verse 11. Yeah, the descendants of Korah, however, did not die out. So that's why we'll see them later on in the Psalms. The Simeonites by the clans were through Nemuel, the clan of the Nemuelites, through Jamin, the clan of the Jaminites, through Jakin, through the clan of Jakinites, through Sohar, the clan of the Soharites, through Shaul, the clan of the Shaulites. These were the clans of the Simeonites, of whom 22,200 men were registered. The Gadites, by clans, were through Zephon, the clan of Zephonites, through Haggai, the clan of the Haggites, through Shuni, the clan of the Shunites, through Ozni, the clan of the Oznites, through Eri, the clan of the Erites, through Arod, the clan of the Arodites, through Areli, the clan of the Arelites. These were the clans of the Gadites, of whom 40,500 men were registered. The sons of Judah who died in the land of Canaan were Er and Onan. If you can remember the story of Er and Onan, the Judites by clans. You remember the story of Judah and Tamar. Ended up sleeping with his daughter-in-law, who had masqueraded as a prostitute, and Er and Onan being his being his firstborn, who God slayed because he was wicked. Then we had Onan, who was even worse, and God slayed him too. So these were the sons of Judah who died in the land of Canaan were Er and Onan. So their lineage never continued. However, there was one son who remained. You can remember the last one son. The Judites by clans were through Shelah, the clan of the Shelahites, through Perez, the clan of the Perezites, through Zerah, the clan of the Zerahites. If you can remember, these were the sons that remained. The Perezites were through Hezron, the clan of the Hezronites, through Hamul, the clan of the Hamulites. These were the clans of Judah, of whom 66,500 men were registered. The Issacharites, from the tribe of Issachar, by clans were through, we'll just hold on because it's a long chapter, it's a census, so were through the Tola, the clan of the Tolites, through Puva, the clan of the Puvahites, through Jashub, the clan of the Jashubites, through Shimron, the clan of the Shimronites. These were the clans of Issachar, of whom 64,300 men were registered. The Zebulun, from the tribe of Zebulun, by clans were through Sered, the clan of the Seredites, through Elon, the clan of the Elonites, through Jahlil, the clan of Jalilites. These were the clans of Zebulun, and whom 60,500 men were registered. The sons of Joseph, who were Manasseh and Ephraim. You remember, Jacob claimed them as their sons, and that's why we have the 12 tribes of Israel. When you remove Joseph and you replace with these two tribes, Manasseh and Ephraim. The Manasseh by clans were through Machir, the son of the clan of the Machirites, through Gilead, through Gilead, a descendant of Machir, the clan of the Gileadites. The Gileadites were through Abiezer, the clan of Abiezerites, through Halek, the clan of the Halekites, through Asriel, the clan of the Asrielites, through Shechem, the clan of the Shechemites, through Shemida, the clan of the Shemidites, through Hephers, the clan of the Hepherites, through Zelophehad, son of Hepher, had no sons. There's a beautiful story later on we'll see about this. Who had no sons. So therefore, remember, lineage comes from is patriarchal. Lineage is patriarchal. So Zelophehad, son of Hepher, had no sons, but only daughters, whose names were Mahlah, Noah, Hagla, Milcah, and Tirzah. These were the clans of Manasseh, of whom 50,700 men were registered. The Ephraimites by clans were through Shuthelah, the clan of the Shuthelites, through Bekar, the clan of the Bekarites, through Tahan, the clan of the Tahanites, through Shuthelamites, were through Eran, the clan of Eranites. These were the clans of Ephraimites, of whom 32,500 men were registered. These were the descendants of Joseph by clan. The Benjamites by clan were through Bela, the clan of the Belites, through Ashbel, the clan of the Ashbelites, through Ahiram, the clan of the Ahiramites, through Shufam, the clan of the Shufamites, through Hufam, the clan of the Hufamites. The descendants of Bela were Arad and Naaman. Through Arad, the clan of the Aradites, through Naaman, the clan of the Naamanites. These were the these were the clans of Benjamin, whom 45,600 men were registered. The Danites were the clans through Shuham, the Shuhamites. These were the clans of Dan, of whom 64,400 men were registered. The Asherites by clans were through Imnah, the clan of the Imnites, through Ishvi, the clan of the Ishvites, through Beriah, the clan of the Berites, through Heber, the clan of the Heberites, through Malkiel, the clan of the Malkielites. The name of Asher's daughter was Sarah. These were the clans of Asher, of whom 53,400 men were registered. Then the clans of Naphtali, through Jazil, the clan of Jazilites, through Gemi, the clan of the Gunites, through Jazer, the clan of the Jezerites, through Shilem, the clan of the Shelemites. These were the clans of Naphtali, of whom 45,400 men were registered. These 1,730 were the Israelites whom were registered. Registered for what? Registered for military service. Allotment of land. The Lord said to Moses, among these groups, we're now in verse 52. The Lord said to Moses, among these groups, the land shall be divided as their heritage in keeping with the number of individuals in each group. To a large group, you shall assign a large heritage. To a small group, a small heritage. Each group receiving the heritage in proportion to the number of men registered in it. Okay. But the land shall be divided by lot as the heritage of the various ancestral tribe. As the lot falls, shall each group, large or small, be assigned its heritage. Census of the Levites. The Levites are registered by clans through Gershon, the clan of the Gershonites, through Kohath, the clan of the Kohathites, through Merari, the clan of the Merarites. These were the clans of Levi. The clan of Libnites, the clan of Hebronites, and the clan of Malites, the clan of the Mushites, and the clan of Korites. Among the descendants of Kohath and Amram was Amram, whose wife was named Jochebed. Listen to this carefully. Here is where we get Moses' interesting history. Among the descendants of Kohath was Amram, whose wife was Jochebed. She also was the tribe of Levi, born to the tribe in Egypt. To Amram she bore Aaron and Moses and their sister Miriam. To Aaron were born Nadab, Abihu. You remember the ones God killed because they offered a profane incense. Eleazar and Ithamar. Eleazar is the current lead priest after Aaron dies. But Nadab and Abihu died when they offered a profane fire before the Lord. Now, Amram and Jochebed were related. Jochebed was Amram's first auntie, a sister to their dad. And that's how we see the lineage. And isn't it interesting that later on, of course, God reveals God gives Moses these laws, and one of the laws that he gives is don't marry a close relative because it's profane before the Lord. And this is just a reminder to you, regardless of how you came into this world, God can still use you. Whether you are a product of incest, whether you're a product of rape, whether you are adopted, whether you were born in a single parent home, whether you were in a two-parent home that didn't seem right, it really doesn't matter. God still has a plan for your life and can still use whatever you came from for his will and his purpose for mankind. So just know that if that's what Aaron came from, an incestuous um, marriage, how much more for God can do for you. So we're in verse 62. The total number of male Levites on the 1 month or more of age were then registered was 23,000. They were not registered with the other Israelites. However, for no heritage was given to them among the Israelites. These then were the men registered by Moses and the priest Eleazar in the census of the Israel taken on the plains of Moab along Jericho stretch of the Jordan. Among them, there were not a man those who had been registered by Moses and the priest Aaron in the census of the Israelite taken in the desert Sinai. For the Lord had told them that they would surely die in the desert, and not one of them except Caleb, son of Jephunneh, and Joshua, son of Nun. You remember the curse God gave? Okay, you guys are being defiant, hard-headed, etc., etc. You will not see the kingdom. You will not. You will not see Canaan, I mean, not the kingdom. You will not see Canaan, with the exception of Caleb and Joshua and the descendants of those who are being stiff necked. We continue chapter 27 in the next one.